Michelle again. Not so blindish Michelle these days. Thank God. But also, look at those damn thorny vines. All they want is to consume everything around them. Like the blob. And here we have a bunch of rhubarb, and I'm going to be harvesting a whole bunch of this, and I'm going to be cutting back these vines. They have pretty white flowers. Kind of like, I don't know. Snares the devil. They look pretty, but ultimately, they hurt. And they will prick you and make you bleed. So anyhow, this is the, I guess you'd call it a jungle section of the yard. And I'm going to be taming it in the next few days. Been putting it off, had a lot of other things to do. But, look at that. Can't stand these things. They just take up shop. They say, they're like squatters. They're vegetation squatters. Anyhow, I am going to be pulling up some rhubarb, and I'll show you how it looks when I get it all done. And I also wanted to say something about this flat earth, and I know that I do that a lot. I'm really not saying much, am I? No, not all that much. But there's a lot of people who are hearing about the flat earth, and it's becoming less and less easy to dismiss it. There's so many people who are bringing it to the forefront, and that's a good thing. And you hear about, all these people who, like, Kent Hovind, oh my gosh. He might be a fabulous Christian, and he served however many years as a political prisoner, really, in prison, from what I understand. I mean, I don't really know much about him. I never heard anything about him because I'm not, I don't pay attention to that Protestant ministers and things like that. I'm surprised I didn't hear about it anyway, but I've watched his videos on YouTube since he got out of prison, and sorry, I was just slapping a gnat, actually a black fly. This is New Hampshire. As they say, in Maine, black fly is our state bird. He seems really disingenuous, almost like he's trying to save face. He has spoken so long about the earth being a ball and teaching creation science with that concept as the basis that he can't go away from it. He can't move away from it because he feels as though that's going to negate everything that he has taught forever. And it's not. It's really not. But that's what he's thinking. And that's, I think, this is just my opinion, but it's what I get. It's the opinion I'm getting, not the opinion I'm getting, but the feeling I'm getting from his videos, watching his videos, and how strongly against the flat earth he is showing himself to be. But he's not really against it. He's just against people thinking that everything that he's been teaching is irrelevant or wrong. And that shows a lack of faith. Because we all have to learn, don't we? Don't things change in our lives? Aren't realities different today than they were when you were, 10, 15, 25 or so? My life has changed. My reality has changed. My opinions have changed. You know why? Because my understanding about life has changed over the years. And of course, it inevitably should. Inevitably. Did I say that right? It must. Because you learn. That's what it's all about. Learning. Figuring it out. Finding the truth. Being a seeker. And a finder. That's what it's all about. But Kent Hovind seems to be afraid. I don't think that he's doing this. I don't think he's making these videos about, trying to discredit the flat earth and all that stuff. I don't think he's doing it for any other reason than he doesn't want to be seen as someone whose teachings throughout his life and why he spent so many years in prison. He doesn't want that to be all for naught. Because he's always taught that this world is a globe. And now he feels as though, no, this is just me. It's just my opinion. I'm sorry. I don't know him. This is just what I'm thinking. But I just think that he's feeling a little bit insecure. Like, you know what? My worldview is completely whack. I thought this, and it's really this. How many years have I been teaching these people that it's this, and it's really this? Crap! I even went to prison. I gotta debunk this. I believe that his efforts to debunk it are born of insecurity and a little bit of pride. And nobody thinks pride is a good thing, right? Maybe Kent Hovind needs to sit back and take a good long look at what God is showing him and telling him. Maybe he needs to think about things before he sets his little hound dogs, or whatever you call them, against people who are just trying to bring out something that has been hidden, not just for decades, not just for centuries, but forever. Ken Hovind, open your eyes, baby. I have.